Hello guys, I'm voicing over a Nami game today. Don't do a lot of these voiceovers very often, but yeah, it's a matchup a lot of people struggle with, and I thought I'd just do a voiceover. I've covered Nami before. Um, it's actually like okay if you play it right, but yeah, I'll 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 talk about my thoughts and what I'm thinking just as I go. I actually kept this hand. I sold 10 drops and a 9 cost and a Kadatsu. This is one of those games I don't have a 2K in my hand, which a little problematic. Here I draw the Braham. I really thought about playing it, but the way I like to approach Nami is that I usually don't like to swing early unless I can guarantee um, to take a life. Which if I'm swinging 8 here and she counters, she's giving me at least 2 cards that I have, whether that be like a 2K plus an event or Gavel. So if I know she's gonna take the life, then I swing. If not, there's no point letting them mill for free. Unfortunately, the first life was a draw to trash one. Also, huge props. No, I've not seen any Namis actually use a counter before, which is a lot easier for me to play into because she uses it. Yeah. Nami's searching top five. Um, I think she finds a gavel off of it. Um, because it was, yeah. So it is gavel. Because gavel was searched, it kind of tells me that you usually want to save your gavels to the end, and you don't really want your opponent to know the knowledge that you have gavel in hand in this matchup. So I can kind of tell the bottom cards were either all monsters or the events were kind of bad. So I'm expecting like some Kayas, Apis, like All Stars, and Desert Spada even. Yeah. Margaret. Um, Playing Margaret here is pretty good for me. Because I'm this turn I'm always swinging 5 at the Nami, which you can't counter with one Dawn, you cannot bounce it back to hand. Um, and if you block, you just pop the other one with Gadatsu. I think Gadatsus and Yamatos are actually quite important in this matchup, more so than the 10 cost aces. Um, Purely for the fact that these are really annoying blockers you need to remove. Um, if the Nami player is playing out like these blockers early game, you can remove one every turn, which is kind of good. The problem is like um, when you're at 10 and they go like Budo Margaret, that's kind of rough for us. Yeah, 7 on turn, 4 on up. Um, you can see my hand. I don't actually have like a 5 drop to play this turn. Like, yeah. So I thought about just swing and taking a life, but because there's 4 on up, there's always a chance of you land them mill for free. Plus, there's a blockers, so I may not even get a life. Just be block mill one and block mill one, and then use the rest to counter and mill. So I just thought, look, I might as well just pass. I don't want them to mill for free. Yeah. So 9, I choose to play a Yamato. Um, the reason I kill the Budo is because the blocker is a lot more problematic. I've also not seen a snake dance being built, so the likeliness of them being on Kaya is still quite low. Not them being able to bounce it back is quite low. I've not seen the arabesque or anything. Yeah, and here top 7 for Gravity Blade. I was like, you know what? It's pretty good. I didn't actually play it the brand. Um, there's an argument to start. Um, Yeah. So I started swing because there's only three Dawn, and three Dawn likeliness is you can counter out of 1/9 and nothing else. So if she counters out of the 9 with like a gavel plus something else, yep. Um, I have a Russian now. I know my 11's gonna connect, and potentially the 5 of my leader as well, depending on how else she decides to counter out. Yeah, the lighting in this video is not great. The way I had this camera set up, it was either the yeah. So I swing the 5 just to get an extra card because she doesn't really have a lot of cards left in hand. Yep. Milling Pilaf's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, it was either my hand that's gonna be glary or it was gonna be the board. And I figured better make the board clear. Yeah. So instead of playing the Russian L this turn, I chose to play the Ace. Um, Mainly because her hand's getting really low, and I kind of want to not give her more options. Also, don't mind just swing late. Early, I kind of just want to get hands on the cards out of hand. The matchup becomes really problematic for me when if I swing early, I swing 5, take, swing 5 again, take. And then we get to like the 9, 10 down turns, and they have like 15 cards in hand, and they have all the options in a row. And that's how I lose the game. That's why I choose not to really swing early. Yeah. She actually swings 6 here. I have no 2K, which is rough. At this point, I've kind of just looked at my hand. It's like, look, if they're on rush Usopp, I probably lose the game. Um, Usually Nami should not really swing in there now in case it triggers just bodies flying out, because that's how you lose the game. But because I know my deck list and there's no triggers that could help me in this situation, um, last time I played the Ace rather than like popping the Kai as well, because I assumed at this point if I've not seen a Snake Dance, they're not going to be on Snake Dance, and I'd rather hold a Yamato for like a Margaret or something down the line. Let's fast forward. Yeah, swing 10 to White Snakes, which is Loki is a little sus, um, because it leaves her with only 3 Dawn left. It's probably going to be like it's either going to be Gavel or Love Love Beam, and then like a 1K to get out of this Ace attack. Gavel. Yeah. So I actually like to swing all my big numbers first before the small numbers. So I kind of see how they react and what the triggers would be. Um, if she takes this, there's an argument to not even swing the 9. I actually can't remember if I end up swinging or not. Yeah. So she took, I think. Yeah, she took. Took no trigger. Yeah. Six lead again. Unfortunately, 2 1Ks. Yeah, 3 cards left in hand. Didn't see Flam Pace, which is a little unfortunate, but it's fine. No X-Trick either. X-Trick would have been really good early game. Yeah, yeah. Margaret, draw 1. This is perfect target for Yamato again this turn. This list is not on like things like Lucy or anything, so it's like so I can't really just rest the blocker, which is a little rough. Um, Here I'm kind of like she's got what 12 cards left in deck, as it shows in this corner here, but it's actually 10. Okay, okay, it's actually 10. Um, Here I'm just kind of trying to work out what other triggers, draw triggers are left. Um, I'm thinking like at least one of these is like a draw two trash one trigger. Um, the way I've kind of worked it out in my head is that the bottom four cards are gonna have like an all star or a desert spada. So like there's a high likeliness one out of the three lives is a Sanji's Pilas. Five down left, swing the biggest one first, 11, and see what happens. My numbers this turn, I think, because I drew an 8 cost kid, I have an 8 cost kid in my hand, so I can trash a life. It's probably going to be 11 if it's blocked, probably 11 again. And then I can swing my leader for 6, save it in case of a white snake, and then I can swing a 9. A 9 and then a 6. If I were to play a kid. If she countered that and didn't block, I'd probably go play my Yamato to pop it and then swing out the two, a 9, a 10. A 9, 11, and a 5. Yeah. Down to 9 cards left in deck with Mellow, 3 down up. Um, Needs 2k more. The 1k. 3 cards left in hand. Here I was like, do I swing? Do I not? Um, I think because if I don't win next turn, I'm forced to swing. I have to swing out a 9 here, and she'll probably take. And then I'll probably swing 5 and play a kid, or swing 6 and play kid. Yep, another mellow, and then it'll be a 1k. I didn't think she would actually be able to counter out of this, but I guess using an opposite of hand. Um, yeah, so one card left in hand. Very good argument to not swing this turn. Was if she gets a Kaya, I'm likely to just let her deck out on her turn if she will have 3 cards if I swing here. I thought about just playing Kid no effect or Kid effect and not swing with leader. Um, yeah, I'm just checking trash again um, to see what triggers. Yeah, so swing 6. Don't think usually Namis aren't on more than 2 Apis and there's like 2 Apis already in trash. So I swing 6 to force the take. There could be like a 1k in hand. Yeah, take no trigger. And this is Loki really lucky. I hit the 50-50 on the on the Pilaf. Um, I probably shouldn't ditch category here. It's always going to be the sure Hoshi I ditch out of hand, I think. Even though I don't have a 2k. Um, but the main problem is I want the category or Yamato to have options for my next turn. Um, just so I could like have the option to remove a blocker. So I want to keep like Nami, Katakuri, and Yamato in hand for those situations. Probably should have ditched Yamato. Yeah, played Boodle with I think 2 cards left in hand. Yeah, this swing here is really unfortunate because it was like I'm forced to take it just because I've been draw 2Ks this game. I don't think I've seen a single 2K. Leader mill one, no Benello. So only 3 dawn up and 2 cards in hand. Um, yeah. Here, hold on. Here I'm just trying to work out exactly what's left in the deck. There's 5 cards left in deck, or yeah, 5 in deck. 2 in hand, one in life. So I know there's 8. Um, what I believe is left is one All Stars, one Searcher Nami. So these five here on the screen, plus one Kaya, which is six, and then two cards are unaccounted for. Presumably it could be like Apis or Graveblade. I'm not exactly sure on the ratios. Or Margaret. Um, I think I start with the 11. Yeah. So I start with the 11 to force a take or a block. Yeah. Yeah, because this take four non left open means usually it has to be the Love Mellow. Yeah. So a swing 11. Yeah. So they're on three no Jingle. And then three non. Yeah. Yeah. So unfortunately Kaya comes out alive. So you can kind of see like what I'm trying to do. It's very like you can't exactly full starve, but you're kind of starving this deck nonetheless. But yeah, hopefully this helps. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.